Good morning, good people. Something I am very proud of myself for. It's taken some time to get here, but something I'm very proud of myself for is basically, how can I put this? Like, basically, not saying nothing. Not saying a word, y'all. Not saying nothing. It be a struggle when you're a person that cares for people or cares for someone and you want to help them, but they don't seem to. They're either stubborn in heart, they don't want to listen, they don't care to hear no one's opinion, they may not truly like you, whatever the reason. It's like it's hard to kind of hold your tongue and be like, well, let them, they gonna have to experience it the hard way, especially when you care for them. I have gotten really, my husband, I'm not gonna lie, my husband is really good with that. Like, he's the type that would just, he's, which is some of the reason a lot of people mistaken him for quiet. Like, even like people in his family think he's quiet. He's really not. He's mastered the art that if he sees that you're not really gonna be receptive to hearing him, or you're not gonna listen, excuse me, you're not gonna listen to his opinion and you're just gonna do what you want to do, or you keep doing the same pattern over and over with him, he's not gonna waste his breath on you. He don't care how much he love you, he's not wasting his breath. He's just not. I admired that trait in him. I That is actually a trait that my dad had as well, because I used to be like, why you didn't say nothing, why you didn't, man, I would have did it. And my dad be like, it's okay, it's okay, man, watch. Next thing you know, God will intervene and something take place where it's like, oh, oh, okay. I see, Dad. I see what happened. So for someone who is, don't get me wrong, I'm still outspoken. I'm a person that is outspoken. But I have gotten to the point where I don't say nothing on certain things. Like, if seeing that pattern with you, if you're a person that will come and share stuff and then you want the advice, you want this, that, and third, and you kind of do your own thing, I'm not gonna say nothing. I have no words. At that point, you do your own thing. And I'm proud of myself for that reason, because that's a boundary. Because it's like, even though I care, and it might come off to some people like you don't care, but you do care. It's just the fact that when you see a pattern with a person, and pay attention to patterns, when you see a pattern of a person who thinks they know everything, they're not going to change or whatever, not saying you're forcing them to change, but a person that's coming to you about change and wanting certain things in their life, but they're not really taking the precautions to get there. Yeah, that's the point where you get like, okay, I'm just gonna be quiet. So I felt the need to share that, because there is someone out here who cares for those around them in their circles, something like that. You've constantly been saying something. You've constantly been on somebody about something, and you probably feel like you're giving up on them. You're not. You're creating peace within yourself. You got to have peace within yourself, and you have to just let them figure it out. It's sad they won't listen. It's sad that they don't care about themselves to kind of be like, okay, maybe I should try this different. Why am I discrediting this person? You don't know what they might be thinking of you undercover. They might be coming to you, but at the same time, it might be something that is about you that they undercover may feel some type of way about. Leave. Don't say nothing. Let it go. Let them do it. When they come to you about it, politely let them know. Or you could just be like me. I had this happen a few days ago. Someone was talking about something that we've talked about and stated to this person several times, and they was talking about it. I literally said nothing. Oh, well, what did they do when it was them? I don't know. Why? Because I've said it to you so many times before. That's me creating peace for myself, and you have to do the same for you. yes, you care, but you have to care for yourself way more. This can be a husband, a sibling, a mother, a father. It can be anybody. You got to care more for yourself and more for your peace and your sanity. It doesn't mean you love them any less. It's just a boundary. It's a boundary. So I'm proud of myself at getting to that point where now it's like, me and my husband, I understand him. I understand why he's quiet on some things, on things that, especially on the things where he's like, let them do them. They gonna find out the hard way. Or he's really keen on being quiet in situations where he's also keen on, if he sees that it's a pattern where you just don't listen and you're stubborn, he also has a pattern of being quiet when he peeps what you're doing, and he's going to act like he don't know, but he does know. Also, he has the tendency to be quiet when he knows more than what he's leading on. And sometimes he might just ask like a simple question, but he already knows. You have to be like that with people, and I see that more and more. And my dad used to talk about that all the time, even way before I met my husband. He used to always be like, he admired the fact that I was outspoken, and I admired the fact in him that he maintained, like, even though my dad he could go off. It was the military in him, but I admire the fact in him where in positions where he was at peace enough in situations where it bothered him, but he was at peace enough to just be like, okay, hey. And here I am, 38 years old, and I've finally reached that point. It's less stress. It's been like a breath of fresh air. Even though like the other day, I wanted to say something, but at the same time, it's like, what is it going to do? I've already told you this 2.5 million times. Doesn't mean you care for him any less. But learn to not waste your breath on situations where a person is okay with suffocating themselves. You do want to give them CPR. You do want to help them. You do want to resuscitate them. But how many times have you tried and you ended up being the one out of breath? You better get your peace, and you better shut your mouth, and you better sit there, and you better be like, oh, okay. Oh, for real? I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm sorry you're experiencing that again. I'm sorry. And you jump right on over to another topic. That's what you do. Protect your peace by all means. Stay away from stubborn people, things that trigger you, and things that just trigger your whole peace to be shaken. So serious. I know you love them. Now, if they're like a child or something, that's different. We're going to keep repeating ourselves to our children. I'm talking about full-blown teenage adults. I'm talking about, like them. Like, at this point, you know. You see the stubbornness on them. Okay, cool. That's it. It's time for you to resuscitate yourself. Let them figure it out. That's my words for today. It's been good for me, and I hope that just helps someone out there to get and grab onto their piece and just be like, I see a pattern with you. You don't listen that well. Not saying, and it's not being mean with saying that, but it's at the same time you're draining yourself by constantly telling them the same thing, and they devaluing you by dismissing whatever you say. And then have you feeling like, and then they go to somebody like a doctor or somebody or whatever and be like, oh, they said this. You said the same thing too. Let it go. Zip it. I'm sorry you're going through that. Look at the sky. The sky is so pretty today. Better get to it. I don't know who needed that, but I hope it helps.